Okay, so to get started, you just need 1 can of young green jackfruit to make this chicken. Now, this chicken is based off of the jackfruit chicken from my book, Making Vegan Meat, a plant-based food science cookbook. I'm really excited about this book. If you haven't got your copy yet, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. Everybody that's ordered it and everybody that's left reviews on Amazon, thank you so much. It just means the world to me that you're doing that. And you took the time to get my book and even go the extra step and leave a review. I really appreciate you. So that's where this recipe is coming from, most of it. Now in the book, one of the big things that I talk about is experimenting and trying new things. So we're gonna take the base of this recipe and we're gonna be replacing methyl cellulose. Now we're just gonna do kind of like a generic methyl cellulose replacement that's gonna specifically work here. It might not work in all recipes as a methyl cellulose replacement. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take our young green jackfruit and strain it and wash it and make sure that we break away any large seeds and break away any large chunks. We don't want any large chunks, we just want fibers, no seeds, nothing that is gonna throw off the consistency of chicken. Okay, at this point, this looks pretty good. I mean, these little, it's almost like chicken shreds. I think this is gonna really come together really well. Now, all we're gonna do from this point is we're gonna throw this into a saucepan, cover it up with water, probably 2 or 3 cups of water, and we're gonna add about 2 teaspoons of chicken flavor broth. Now, this is a plant-based chicken flavor broth mix. There's no chicken in it. It's artificial chicken flavor. This stuff works really good. This is from Shengi. I believe they sell it on Amazon, depending on where you live. If you can't find this, there is loads of other chicken flavor broths. Better Than Bouillon makes a plant-based chicken broth that's really good. That's gonna work here too. Just follow the instructions for the amount of liquid. It's gonna come out the same. So let's let this cook for about 20 minutes. So I originally wanted to do this idea because Beyond Meat just released their Panda Express chicken. And from what I've heard, it's getting mixed reviews. I've seen a ton of people that say they love it. I've also talked to a bunch of people in my little video community that I talked to that said that it was pretty underwhelming. Now I know for a fact that my jackfruit chicken recipe that I do is one of my favorite plant-based chicken replacements. And for this recipe specifically, I'm gonna be using one of my favorite video creators. You guys know I talk about him all the time, The Burger Dude. He made a Panda Express recipe that, from what he says, really kicks. Okay, so while we're waiting for this to finish up boiling, let's start with our methyl cellulose replacer, which for this first part of the step is gonna be chia seeds. Now, I'm just gonna use black chia seeds. It's what I have. Now, these chia seeds can hold a ton of volume of liquid. It's gonna make this very juicy, very similar to how methyl cellulose works. Methyl cellulose gets hydrated with all of the liquid, sucks the liquid just out of everything, kind of forms like a gel around it. Very similar to how chia makes kind of like the pudding when you make the chia seeds. Now, we don't want these lumpy chia seeds, which is what you normally get in a chia pudding. So we're just gonna throw a teaspoon of the chia seeds into a pestle and mortar here, and we're just gonna pulverize them into as fine of a powder as you can get. Okay, so the texture of this came out perfect. It's exactly what we were looking for. Let's go ahead and set this aside. We're gonna strain our jackfruit into a bowl. We wanna save that liquid in case we need any more liquid. We don't wanna get rid of any of that chicken flavor broth. We don't need to waste that. Okay, so this is cooled down now. We're just gonna add this to a separate bowl. I'm gonna keep my broth over here to the side. Okay, and now let's add our binders, which is gonna be our chia seeds. And these are gonna come together really well. Now, it's gonna add a little bit of a weird black flake throughout the chicken. If you're looking for the ultimate look of chicken, this isn't gonna be the one. So this one's gonna be a very clean recipe. Now we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of protein powder. Now for this protein powder, I'm using mung bean protein, but you can use pea protein. Mung bean protein is gonna work really well. There's a load of different protein powders. I like either the mung bean or the pea protein. They work best in plant-based meats. And then 2 tablespoons of arrowroot powder. Arrowroot powder is gonna be one of our really nice binding elements. Arrowroot's gonna give a nice chew to this. It's also gonna hold in a lot of the moisture along with those chia seeds. The chia seeds gonna be really probably one of the biggest parts of sucking in all that moisture and really making these nice and tender. Okay, and then I know this is kind of far-fetched for a methyl cellulose replacement, but we're gonna just add at least a tablespoon of gluten flour or vital wheat gluten, and then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of mushroom extract. That's the stuff that's gonna really just give this a nice umami punch. And then just knead this together for like 5 minutes. Really, really work this, and then start tearing off little nuggets, little kind of like Panda Express sized chicken nuggets. This is gonna be so good. It's gonna be legit good. Throw this in the refrigerator to just firm up and allow those chia seeds to soak in all of that liquid. We're gonna put together our batters, and I mean, this is gonna come together just perfect. So I don't know if you could tell, but I'm about to be 41 in like 2 months, and I knew that I wanted to start taking better care of my health and my skincare regimen. And that's why I wanna tell you a little bit about today's sponsor. Geology is the fastest growing men's skincare brand in the USA, and everyone is talking about them. From Forbes, Dudefluence, Mashable, and even Cracked said, Geology makes men's skincare less scary. And honestly, they're right. I knew absolutely nothing about men's skincare. Nothing. All you do is head to their website and take the quiz. They then personalize a skincare regimen for you. I got regimen number 1, which means I'm using the daily face wash first thing in the morning and then applying a morning cream that has a UV protectant and helps reduce blemishes and discoloration. Then at night, right before bed, I wash my face again, and then I apply an under eye cream and a night cream to prevent wrinkles and to make my skin smoother and softer. Now, I've been using Geology for a few months now, and I am absolutely loving the results. It's only a few minutes in the morning and a few minutes at night, and I'm getting results that even Monica can see. She's loving it too. So gang, click the link in the description below, head over to Geology's website and take their free skincare quiz and save up to 40% off when purchasing your first personalized trial set. You're gonna love it. And I know some of you are like me and have been using Geology for a while now, so head over to the website and update your regimen. Plans are starting at just $20. Save up to 40% off on your first purchase. Thanks, Geology. I am loving my new skin. It's really been awesome. Okay, so those are in the freezer, they're firming up. Let's go ahead and make our batter. We're gonna make a dry batter and a wet batter. Now this batter comes literally straight off of the Burger Dude. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just give you the ingredients, but if you want the full recipe, make sure you check out his website and his video. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. So first off, we're just gonna start off with some flour, cornstarch, all-purpose seasoning, 5-spice powder, baking powder. Let's give that a quick whisk to combine all of the ingredients so that way they get to know each other. Now let's do the wet batter. Pretty much we're gonna be making a spicy buttermilk. It's just like a lot of the spicy buttermilks that I made in the past. You just need some plant-based milk, apple cider vinegar, and some sriracha. Okay, so now we have our kind of like mostly frozen chicken little nuggets here. These are gonna be so good, I'm telling you, they're gonna be awesome. We're just gonna throw them into the dry batter, and then from the dry batter, we're gonna use one hand to go from the dry batter into the wet, and then your second hand to go from the wet back into the dry. From the dry, we're then gonna throw those onto a rack so that way they get time to sit and just hang out, and all of that spicy wet batter gets sucked all in. It's gonna be so good. Once we get those all ready, we're gonna fill up our Dutch oven with some vegetable oil, bring that up to about 365 degrees, throw these into the fryer until they're nice golden brown, throw them back onto the rack, and then look at this chicken that we have, jackfruit chicken. Okay, and now let's make the sauce. This sauce is gonna be really... Caitlin! Oh my gosh, this is my friend Clean Cooking with Caitlin. She's gonna help make the sauce. Caitlin, go ahead.
To start with, we're gonna put a tablespoon of grapeseed oil in there, a teaspoon of red chili flakes, a half a teaspoon of ginger powder, 2 teaspoons garlic powder. Whisk this up and then just wait until it's fragrant. 3/4 cup orange juice. All right, then you wanna whisk that a little bit to combine the seasonings well with the orange juice. All right, then add a half a cup of agave, a teaspoon of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon sriracha. And now we're gonna wanna bring it to a simmer, add the cornstarch slurry and mix it in until it thickens, which happens quick. All right, then you're just gonna sprinkle in a little bit of this sesame oil just for a little sesame taste. Now that the sauce is thickened, I'm gonna throw this very delicious looking jackfruit chicken into this delicious sauce.
And oh my God, Caitlin, look at this.
It looks really good.
It looks really, really good. So first, thanks for coming over. I really appreciate you helping with this. Monica couldn't make it tonight. She's out with some friends. She's doing some stuff for our wedding. So my friend Caitlin came over and I needed somebody.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mean.
This was so much fun.
Super cool. Let's taste some Panda Express chicken.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, you gotta cheers. What do you think about the texture? Comparing it to chicken, like cheap Chinese chicken.
Okay, so we set the bar low.
Yeah.
So the outside definitely completely like like the chicken you buy at the store. Maybe a little squishy in the inside, but the flavor is amazing.
Yeah.
I would say better than cheap Chinese chicken. Personally.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just a little different, but very delicious. And this sauce is bomb. It is so good.
Yeah, the sauce is really good. So that's the burger dude, thanks to him. So yeah, the texture, I fully agree. It's hard to do things like, normally I would do this with methyl cellulose, like I would normally do it with like all these ingredients. Caitlin runs clean cooking, so I kind of I was like, you know what, let me just see if I can do this without using the methyl cellulose.
I made it challenging.
It was a little bit more of a challenge. It still came out good. There's still like a nice texture there. There's still a nice bite. There's still like a nice chew.
Absolutely.
But the middle is a little soft, but it's really good.
It is really good.
So flavor of like the chicken itself, like the bite in the middle, are you getting anything? Is it chickeny? Is it like wheaty? Is it anything that you're...
I think I still taste that delicious mushroom seasoning.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It was the first time that Caitlin got to try the magic mushroom seasoning.
I have to buy that stuff. It's so good.
I'm really happy with this.
I would eat this any day over Panda Express.
Well, there we go. Make sure you follow Clean Cooking with Caitlin. Again, thank you so much. This is awesome. I'm gonna finish this. My mouth is actually on fire. This is a lot spicier than I thought it was gonna be.
I love spicy food, so
I knew, me
no
too.
complaints here.
I'm like sweating, so. Well, heck yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.